Wait a second, this isn't Vintage Story. Meep, what did you do? Hi everyone. I'm joking about how it's not Vintage Story, because usually I stream Vintage Story, but I did put in all of the announcements and in the stream description that it was going to be Dwarf Fortress today, so it's not a very good joke. Hey Crown, Meep causes cats. Meep is on my desk right now, by the way. Not quite being captured by the camera. Let me see if I can, Oh, I don't think I can get him on there. Try. Tilt it all the way down. You can kind of see a little bit of him. Oh no, it's not. Have to physically move the microphone. Hey Tuga. Not the microphone, the camera. I mean, I never want to see my boy. There he is. Hey, you're famous. He really wants to do a murder right now. Captain Dysphoria. Like the earth. Right there, bud. Yeah, I have to hold the camera in my hand right now. Otherwise it'll fall. Usually he doesn't want to look at the camera. I think he might try to kill it in my hand holding it. Alright, bud, I'm gonna put the camera back, okay? Famous though, don't worry. I gotta figure out where this was. Disaster. Stream is cancelled. How's that? More or less correct? Don't think he likes the camera. He just really wants to play. Oh, bye! He's finished. He's had enough. He really wants to play. He always decides that it's playtime like 2 minutes, 3 minutes right before the stream, where I don't, time, because I gotta get the stream ready. I'll play with him after, don't worry. And he gets loads of treats and cuddles and love, food. Very spoiled. I promise everyone he's very spoiled. Alright. Where was I? I was gonna play a video game, I think. I think it was gonna be Dwarf Fortress, because that's the game I have open and set up. So this is the Steam version. It just came out recently. Alright, hold on. Okay, sorry. Sorry, everyone. Take over the world as cat people. Yeah, Meep wants to play with the dwarfs. I think he'd be afraid of them. He's afraid of everything. So this is the Steam version. It's the one, the new one just came out the other day. I did boot it up and play around with it for a few minutes, but I didn't really have time to properly get into it. I've seen mixed responses from people. I think it's neat, and I think it's, given that it's been like 20 years that they've been making this game, I think the 30 euros that I paid for it is well worth it, especially given the many thousands of hours that I definitely played this game. So I think it's fair enough. But the free version is still going to be updated alongside this one, so if you don't want to pay, or you don't like the interface or whatever, then you still have to just play the free one. No problem. So let's... I've already gone into the settings. I will show everyone. The text is really tiny. Also, I'm going to have to figure out where to put the camera, because it's going to be in the way no matter what. But the text is really, really tiny by default, and I couldn't read it. I have new glasses. These are the correct prescription, but it was too tiny for me. So in order to make the text bigger, there's not like a font size slider in proper dwarfish fashion. This here says scale interface to fit grid height / width. It's on by default, so make sure that says yes. And then you want to reduce this one and this one. Grid width for scaling and grid height for scaling. And it wouldn't let me go. I've set the grid height to 50 and the width to 114, which is the minimum. And this has been fine. It's easier to read now, so if anyone else is finding a text too small, how you do it. They've got separate volume sliders, which is great. I'm going to leave the music on because there's more music now. Usually in classic Dwarf Fortress, there's just one song. And eventually, even though it's really nice, you want to turn it off. But this one's got different songs and stuff. You can change, basically, this is the init file. I'm speaking as a veteran Dwarf Fortress player. I've been playing this since 2007. But basically, you can change the init file from within the game. So you don't have to go out and change them in a separate file, which is handy. And then you can change the key bindings, and I think you can change them all back to the classic way if you want. There is not the classic controls in here by default. I think you have to put it in manually. But theoretically, I think you can set it up that way. And they're gonna add, like, the classic mode with the ASCII soon, and don't know if that's gonna come with the classic controls or not. And eventually they're gonna add adventure mode, which is not in yet. So, that's what we got. We're gonna create a new world, and I'm gonna do the tutorial. Playing about that long, I haven't had a successful Fortress 3D is a long time ago. We say 3D, of course, and we mean Z levels, but we know what we mean. I'm just gonna do a simple world generation. We'll do medium, and we'll do small. Make it a bit faster. 100 years should be feasible. I like high number of civilizations in sight, so there's more stuff in the world. Leave beasts and natural savagery alone. Mineral occurrence everywhere works for me. I don't want to have to search for minerals. I'm not playing this for a challenge. I'm playing for fun. Fun surrounded by double exclamation marks. You all know means it's on fire. Oh, the number of references that non-Dwarf Fortress players are going to miss today. I do apologize for. I promise usually I don't make this many. Usually I'm not playing this game. But I think the tile set looks really nice. It's nice generating a world right now, if you're not familiar. I feel like my webcam... maybe like that will work better. We'll see. We'll see if that remains better. Might have to scooch it around. Actually, that's gonna... OBS. By the way, I'm playing in windowed mode because I couldn't get OBS to pick up the game in full screen for some reason. So I'll tinker with that later, but I don't know if I'm gonna stream it again. Anyways. Alright, so we got our... Everything is mouse-based now. Well, not everything is mouse-based, but the mouse is much more of a part of the game than it is in Classic, I guess we'll call it. I think you could always get some info by mousing over the map, but now it's sort of more user-friendly. I think they've done a pretty good job of, like, color-coding everything more clearly. You can see what's on the map around here. We're gonna play now. I think it's gonna offer me the tutorial. Meep is just pacing restlessly. I'm so sorry, bud. Promise I'll play with you when I'm done, okay? Here. Oh, get that. There you go. So, we're gonna play Fortress mode. Adventurer's not in. They do have legends. Actually, let's poke at the legends for a few minutes. Never really used tile sets in the old versions. Yeah, no, I've always been an ASCII player. Just curious whether they've changed this at all. Like a random site, old monster. Okay, it's basically the same as it's always been. Just that there's mouse controls now. Okay, let's start a fortress. I think it will offer us a tutorial, and I think I need the tutorial actually. Yeah, okay, I do need the tutorial because the controls are very different. My muscle memory is failing me. I need to learn new controls. I will also say, if you haven't played this version yet and you're thinking about it, with the default controls, you need the mouse. You cannot play keyboard only the way you can in the classic version. But I do think you can rebind everything, so. Start tutorial, and it's going to pick an embark location for us that has everything we need, and it's going to take care of all the preparations, and it's just going to... I did like the first couple of steps of this the other day. No, but basically what's going to happen here. All right, let me adjust my webcam again. Oh, no. Come on now. Just kind of stick it above the... Put the chat on the right side there near the edge. Okay, I think that's the best I'm going to be able to do for now. Let me know if you think you're missing anything important on the screen, because I'm not really looking at the preview most of the time. I may miss something. Alright. Dwarven Outpost, you have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all Desorbemul. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plow, or hook, provide for your dwarves. We are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings ere the dingoes get hungry. Okay, so dingoes would be one of the wild animals we have here. A new chapter of Dwarven history begins here at this place. Zonshar, helmed miles, strike the earth. Alright, so that's the standard introductory text when you embark on a new fortress. It has chosen the fortress name for me. Oh my goodness, come on now. Bro, don't give out on me now. Alright, so starting right off the bat with the camera controls, we're using WASD now. Or click and hold the middle mouse button is a thing I've never done in my life. I don't think my wrist could take it, so we got a WASD around now instead of the number pad. What's going on? Birdcraft snow falling. Oh, thanks, Ferg. Nice to have you here. Okay. I kind of want to look at stuff, but I think we got to do the tutorial first. All right, moving the camera up and down. Now, previously this was done with the greater than and less than signs, which worked well, but it did require you to take your hand off the directional keys, and this lets you do it without taking your hand off the same spot in the keyboard. So that's actually pretty handy if you don't mind. Obviously, that means we need the mouse because those letters used to be used for actions in the game. I do like the graphics. I like the style. I think they look nice. Go up in the trees. We go underground. All right, next. Zooming in and out. So control plus mouse wheel or square brackets. See, now this is less convenient because that's at the other end of the keyboard, isn't it? So I have to take my hand off the mouse, which they're requiring me to use. Or I can use control plus the mouse wheel. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. I think that'll be more convenient than having to go over and hit the square brackets in the top right of the keyboard. Right, mining. Time to get to work. Start by digging a stairwell into the ground. Maybe plenty of hillside to dig into, but you'll want to seek wealth below the surface. Yes. By the way, I think the music's too loud, isn't it? Music should always be quieter than my voice. It's lovely music, but if it's coming in at roughly the same level as my voice, gotta adjust that. Some of you may not have any trouble distinguishing my voice from the music, but people like me, with auditory processing disorder, really need that that volume difference. So, alright, clicking on the highlighted mining button. Hotkey M. Alright, I'll follow the directions and use the mouse, because I think I'm going to have to anyway. I'm going to have to get used to it. Okay, stairwells. It's T. Thing. Ramp is R. Channel is U, that's still the same. Designate constructed walls, floors, and other constructed tiles to be removed. Right? And M for mine instead of D. Whoops. So, alright. Already selected. This is interesting. Instead of having to separately designate upstairs and downstairs, it seems it will automatically... Hold on. Let's just take a moment to appreciate all the little plants. Blackberries. Rhubarb. You got prickleberries. You got ginkgo tree, a peach tree, almond tree. I'm allergic to almonds. Chicory. I'm allergic to everything. You all know this. Foxtail. Leeks. Quinoa. Just got everything growing out here. Raspberries. I'm allergic to those too. Hide root. Hemp plants. Oh, by the way, I downloaded some mods. I don't think they're enabled. I feel like maybe I should have enabled them. Well, no. Okay, we'll do it vanilla first. And then maybe when I finish the tutorial... Oops. We got everything here. We're rich. When I finish the tutorial and I'm ready to start a new fort, I'll go and enable those mods. So this does have Steam Workshop. Ooh. Getting distracted. Me, of all people. I know you're all shocked. Okay, let's just dig down here. So, yeah. It seems that now, what was the... You just designate stairs, and it automatically decides where the upstairs and the downstairs are. That is handy. I like that. Alright. Pause. Wait for him to dig out them stairs. Ooh, that takes up a lot of the screen, doesn't it? There we go. Done. Alright, what's next, tutorial? Make a safe place to work. Select regular mining mode to the left of stair mining mode. Dig a rectangle underground big enough for a large stockpile and some workshops. Consider that most workshops are 3x3 squares. Yes, I know that. I've been here. I've done this. Mining through the stone layers further down may take longer. But these boulders, which are an essential building material, it's so weird as someone who's been playing this game for so many years to see like these things be explained. Which I remember having so much trouble understanding all this stuff. It was so complicated, and now new players will have an actual tutorial, which is do that later. All right, so let's. I'm automatically trying to hit the D key. That's not going to work. Zoom out a bit. All right. So let's make. We can just designate squares like that. Start with that. Right? Do we only have one miner? Oof. They only gave me one miner. What kind of noob only starts at one miner? Do I have 2 pickaxes? I don't even know where to like look at my... Here? This information, task information, place information, labor, orders, objects menu. Is that stocks? Oh, it won't let me. It won't let me. I have to finish my tutorial. I'll just have to be patient then, won't I? Can't be trying to jump ahead. We got cats, though. So, cat explosion incoming. Pretty well guaranteed, I think. In the background, finding little bits of crunchy food. Okay. I did it. Supplies in the wagon are in danger of being carried off by wild creatures. This is true. We know this. Time to build a stockpile underground to unload them. Stockpiles are crucial to moving supplies around your fortress where they are needed. Stockpiles are placed with a stockpile button. Stockpile. Click the add button and click 2 corners of a rectangle. Somewhere safe to place your pile. Stockpiles can be placed both on the surface and underground. Once the pile is placed, click accept and select the... a whole little menu here. I'm just going to designate this much as our item dump. Accept. Okay, and here we don't select the stockpile parameters before, select them after. Stockpile 1 is fine for now. Alright, it's set. How do I close this? If unpaused, your workers will start unloading the wagon. Later, you may want to customize your stockpiles. Yeah, I know. If the stockpile menu is still open, yeah, you can close it now by right-clicking. Right-clicking can always be used to close most menus as well as escape. Oh, that feels weird. That's going to take some getting used to. All right, everyone get the stuff down here. Go on. It's work. Okay, well, while they do that, wood cutting. Shelter ready underground. It's time to build. First, you need building materials like wood or boulders. Before you start chopping down trees, you may want to create a dedicated wood stockpile. Haulers will also drop wood in your all stockpile unless you turn it off in the custom stockpile menu. We want to do that. We don't want wood in there. When you're ready, open the wood cutting menu and designate the trunk of a tree on the surface. Make sure your woodcutter can walk to the designated location. So I'm gonna just press D. No, I have to do this now. Just out that. And tree. What tree are we gonna chop down? How about the ginkgo tree? Nice 2x2. Okay. Yeah. That's right. Get to it. Come on. Somebody get over here. Tree needs chopping. Here we go. Any second now. That tree's coming down. Who are you? Fisher dwarf. What are you doing? Fish? No fishing. There could be carp out there. All of my memories of how to redesignate their... Here we go. Their, labors. Completely useless now. Alright. Oh! Open space. That was a big one, eh? Roots came, alright. Nope. Stockpile. No wood. How do I... I have to... Custom. Here we go. Feels so weird. Here we go. Wood. Turn off. No, not that. Custom. How I disable? Was it blocked by the... Can I move this? No, I cannot. Oh, here we go. Somehow I did it. Hooray. Okay. The wood out of here. I don't want the wood in here. Oh, they've already put wood in there. You bastards. Alright. Wood stockpile. Except wood only in this zone. Bring the wood over there, please. Thank you. Okay. I got wood. What do you want me to do next? Now that you have the building materials, it's time to start building. Workshops are one of the many buildings you can place with the highlighted Build button. Click it now. Click it now! Boss of me. Guess I do have to do that, though. Clearly, we're going to be making beds first, right? At least all the ways of random death. And so long as it plays. Yes. I'm sure... Well, actually, I don't think anyone's supposed to be able to die in the tutorial, but... After the tutorial is finished, I'm going to make a new port. And I'm sure we'll get some people killed, don't worry. Most workshops require building material, such as wood or boulders. If you have some wood stockpiled, which I do, you'll be able to place a carpenter's workshop. Click Workshops Carpenter. Place the shop in an empty area of the surface or underground. Work. I already clicked it. Carpenter. Menus are so different. Put you right by your wood. It's gonna be wood that you're made out of because we don't got no stones yet. We got pests already. A swarm of flies. Kitty, go get them. Oh, I should probably make a... Okay. Probably make a refuse. There we go. Refuse pile outside. Close. This is going to take some getting used to, and I don't think it's ever going to be as fast as... Refuse. Corpses. For now. I don't think it's ever going to be as efficient as the keyboard only controls. Mouse is never going to be as fast as a keyboard if you're good with the keyboard. Okay, done it. Click Workshop. Done it. Oh, tutorial has moved. Your industrious citizens will perform any task added to the workshop. Most objects that are placed, like doors and furniture, must first be built in a workshop. Furniture created at the carpenter's workshop usually takes 1 wood to build. Add a task and make a bed. Yay, a bed! Chop down more trees if necessary. Unpause and wait for the bed to be completed. Imagine if you chopped down a tree and the only wood it gave you was the 1 wood to build the workshop. Alright, add a new task. So different! Make bed. Can I make more than 1 bed? Oh, I guess I need the manager. Alright, we'll just make 1 bed for now. I am gonna have the... It's not the D key anymore. Can I? N. Skill manager, you can make 1 or infinite. Oh, I'm sure they plan to make it easier for new people to get into it. I'm sure someone will make a keyboard shortcut come up. Yeah, I'm sure someone will. And it seems likely that... Not see... Oh no, because I haven't dug down yet. This stone, I want stone. Silt loam. Okay. Look at that, it automatically transforms it into an up-down stairway. I like that. That's the first thing I've seen that I'm like, that is objectively an improvement. We'll just dig down a ways. First floor that we had that is stone, rock salt. That's stone, right? Hematite. Dang. Just going straight into hematite, huh? I don't know how long it's gonna take me to unlearn D equals mining. But I keep hitting it. And Have like a barracks. I might eventually just rebind everything to the classic controls. Already gave me a challenge. Kill a dwarf during the tutorial. Actually, I saw somebody say that they managed to kill a dwarf during the tutorial. It was wood cutting. We'll cut down some more trees here, eh? L. Like that. Go, sand. I don't want to cut down the ones that give food. Ash, that doesn't give you any. Hazel. Take those 3. Got the bed. Should be a Steam achievement for that. Yeah, there should, actually. I don't think they're gonna do achievements, but... I really want to make, like, my, Stonecutter's Workshop, but I don't think it'll let me. Beds. Carry on. One of the mods that I have downloaded, which I will activate once we're done with the tutorial, allows you to grind rock salt into salt and add salt to meals. And of course, you can make a meal out of any ingredient, so obviously you're going to wind up with a salt roast seasoned with salt. So, place a bed. Now, I automatically want to hit the B key to open it up. Build menu. Oh, it is B. Okay, good. Furniture. Bed. Let's shove you up against the wall here. I think I've only got the one. Oh no, I got more. Doesn't tell me how many there are. Guess it's not gonna tell me how many there are. Oh, the stockpile is full. We need more stockpiles. He is not mine. Let's just make like more over here. Keep those miners busy. Those miners, that miner. Sure. There. There. Oh, okay. That's all our beds. Alright, I'm pretty sure I've completed this bit of the tutorial, right? Yes, I have. Workers will have somewhere to sleep. Later, you can create a room with a door and use the zones menu to assign an official bedroom for each resident. Zones menu? So is making rooms completely different now? Goodness. Proudest death is right after getting off a train in Congratulations. Well done. Very impressive. The rest of the interface is now enabled. Click on creatures and items just as you can click on buildings to get more information about them. Clicking a resident to see their needs, inventory, thoughts, relations, and more. You can also access information from the citizens button. Right. Citizen. You. Free to pause and check out the information. Still paused. I'm always paused, baby. Right click to dismiss the information sheet. What we got here? We got Stinthaid Desis Solon. Expedition leader. Oh, I just randomly clicked the expedition leader. 74 years old. Disdains tranquility. Musical. Good intuition. Poor analytical ability. Good language, good memory. Healthy. Expedition leader. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. That was a misclick. My finger slipped. Squad none. Adequate organizer. Unmet need. Craft object. I feel so good. He feels euphoric due to inebriation. Doesn't feel anything. After talking with a friend, felt satisfied at work. Look at all this stuff. Whoops. Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. Got some clothes. We got... Are these tiers? Are these tiers? Oh, I can't open it up and look at it. Must be tiers. Wounds, treatment, history, description. We got everything right here. He's clumsy. Extremely sparse hair is straight. His very long beard is neatly combed. Very long sideburns are neatly combed. His very long mustache is arranged in double braids. Long hair is braided. Teeth are tangled. Ooh. His thin irised, protruding ochre eyes are round. His free-lobed ears are broad. His nose bridge is somewhat concave. Hair is chestnut. Skin is copper. The level of detail. People who've never played Dwarf Fortress, you have no idea. Got labor, combat, social, no combat skill, okay. Some social skills. Wind instrumentalist, adequate musician and keyboardist, novice poet and dancer. Knowledge. So these are musical, dance, and poetic forms. I think they can also have stories. Doesn't have any rooms. So this is where I assign the tasks they can do. Okay. Workshop assignments. Yeah. Relations. We got Doran Ralok is his deity. Og Tosdusim is his kindred spirit. Dastad Omdeller. Fisher Dwarf is a close friend. We got kindred spirits, 2 close friends. No spouse or children. Part of the entrancing mechanism, that's the civilization that all of our dwarfs are from. Cult of Tin, which is religion. The Wealthy Mirrors is the site government. And, okay, so member and expedition leader of the Wealthy Mirrors, which all these guys are all members of. Here. Squad Thoughts. Annoyed after having a drink without using a goblet, cup, or mug. Oh my god. The shame. The embarrassment. Annoyed and caught in the rain. Yeah, well, get over it. Great musical sense, great intuition, a natural inclination towards language, great memory, a very good sense of empathy, a great deal of patience, a good kinesthetic sense, and willpower. But there's a questionable spatial sense, poor focus, and a lousy intellect. So specific. Anyway, I'm not going to read through all of everybody's stuff here. Is that it? Okay, alerts. Important and sometimes urgent information is given as alerts on the left side of the screen. There have been several already. This mouse interface is so weird. Hover over an alert to see the information. Left click on an alert for recentering options. Right click to dismiss it. Good placement. This is an example urgent alert. These are very important. Ignore them at your peril. Close. Nothing to catch in the northwestern swamps. I didn't tell you to fish in the first place. The weather has cleared. I don't need to know that. It struck hematite. I know, I saw. Left click for recenter and expand options. Right click to dismiss. Example urgent alert. Okay. Done. Did it. Boom. Preparing for the caravan. They need supplies before the coming of winter. Trade with the autumn caravan. You must build a trade depot from the build menu. You need something of value to trade. Crafts are an easy way to make a lot of trade goods quickly. Make the appropriate workshop with workshops. Crafts. An obvious material to use to make the crafts is rock. Dig down enough layers, you will find a near infinite amount of boulders of various kinds, as well as some rough gems if you're lucky. If you're lucky, just gems are everywhere. Always swimming in gems. Gems can be cut at the jeweler's workshop and crushed them on crafts and other items. Got it. That's it. That's the end of the tutorial. You got a help button. That's new. Well, no, it's not. The help menu is always there, but this is more organized. I think that's it. That's the end of the tutorial. It does appear that you can re-access the tutorial things from the help menu. Nice. Okay. Close. So that's it. That's the end of the tutorial. That is not a lot of tutorial. There's a lot of aspects of this game that have not been explained. But that's okay. What we're going to do is return to the title menu. Save to this timeline. Save to new timeline. That's a cool thing. I like that. They make it very easy for you to branch off. And sort of keep backup copies. Alright. So now I'm going to go into the mods menu. We're going to see what we got. See if my workshop stuff worked properly. My wrist is very sore today, my friends. Mods! Okay. Mods install automatically when chosen during world creation. You choose them during world creation. It's like Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. At least because a person a firm foundation start. Yeah, I mean it's better than the no tutorial that we all learned on. So I got all races controllable. Seem to be different versions, and it seems to have both of them. That dwarven women have beards is a given. Seasonish crops I like a lot, because it's more logical than the basic. It makes surface crops seasonal and have 1 harvest per year with a slightly increased yield. Cave crops are perennial and have 3 harvests per year with slightly decreased yield. So it doesn't make any sense that the underground crops are seasonal by default, because underground is always the same climate. It's the surface that should be seasonal, and by default the surface crops are not seasonal. So I like that. Long Night is not in yet. It's gonna be in when Classic mode is in, but this is like a placeholder, and I've already clicked that, because obviously as soon as that's available, I'm gonna be playing the Long Night. That's my very favorite mod for Dwarf Fortress. Cooking Witch Kitchen Salt, yeah. So this just lets you grind rock salt in a quern to get a bag of salt, which you can use to cook. I think that makes a lot of sense. Or for a game like DF should teach you how losing is fun by letting you dig into the climb. Well, I mean, if you do that in the tutorial, that might be too soon. It's more fun when people discover that many hours. I do agree that they should have some dwarfs die in the tutorial. All right, so I'm gonna create another new world. Actually, I don't need to create a new world. I'm not. This. Oh, yes. Normal. So what I should have done was abandon the fortress or retire it, rather than generating a new world. Oh wait, do I need the mods when you generate a new world, or is it when you start a new game? Don't remember. Well, we can retire this anyway, because I'm not invested. Let that do its thing. If it doesn't let me choose the mods when I start the save, then I'll make a new world. Is it world gen? It would make sense, wouldn't it? Because some of them will affect world gen. Alright, I'll make a new world. It didn't take that long. A new world. I'll go with the same settings. I want a new world generate, why not? Actually, while the new world generates, I have a new drink today. I stockpiled a whole bunch of new drinks. I went to that shop last time. This one, I'm actually looking forward to because it looks real nice. It's called Vostok Berlin. It is Tarragon Ginger, and it is green, my friends. This is a green beverage. So clearly, unless the label is full of lies. Wait. Guess what I forgot to do, everyone? Miss crops. Okay, is that gonna save? Yes. Yeah, I'll make it a medium world. Okay. Haha. So, unless the label is lying, this must be German. Oh god, the text on this is the tiniest text I've ever seen in my life. Yes, product of Germany, Berlin, Germany. I'm not going to pour it into a glass this time because I think you can all see what color it is. I'm just going to drink it out of the bottle. It does have a bottle cap, so I need my bottle opener. Getting up from chairs gets harder as you get older, friends. Oh, that smells really good. Wow. That smells very gingery. I like that. All right, here we go. First taste. First taste of the green drink. I like that. I like that a lot. It's not too sweet. It's not as gingery as it smells. Not like overwhelmingly gingery. That's really lovely, actually. Might have to go buy a few more of those. There's only one shop where I've ever seen this, and it is not near me. But I might have to go. It almost tastes a bit like cinnamon. The ingredients: herbal flavored carbonated soft drink. This is truly the smallest text I think I've ever seen on a food item. Ingredients: carbonated water, sugar, of course, orange juice from concentrate, natural ginger tarragon aroma with other aromas, food acid, citric acid, antioxidant, blah blah blah, chemicals. So it's just an artificial flavor, but it does taste really nice. I like it. And it's green. Where are we? Age of Myth, year 79. Moving along pretty good, despite the larger world size. We don't really need a large world, but sometimes I just like looking, you know? Little sites, civilizations. I do also like that it shows you a sort of scroll of some of the major world events. I don't think that's in the original game, is it? At least not that I remember. I can't read this fast enough to keep up with it anyway. And I am rubbish with proper nouns, names of things. So I actually have a lot of trouble making stories out of Dwarf Fortress the way some people do. Because for me, it's just like... just a series of words that I'm not going to remember. And I don't remember who's who. But... ooh, goodness. My neck is a-poppin'. My neck is a-cracking. My joints, they are getting old. Commentary on the wind was created in Lance's Lings. Nice word. Start your day with trade. Wind direction, before and after. Strange processes. I'm just reading the book titles now. Inquiries on Taba, outraged throw. Okay. Play now. We are going to prepare properly. It said play now. Click that several times. Didn't register the first time. This is like perfect wintry beverage. Lovely. I've been doing lots of cooking last couple weeks and lots of cleaning and reorganizing my place. Things that I've been putting off for like a year since I moved in here. Been very productive. I've also been working on the next Vintage Story event. It's gonna take a lot more work to set up than the current one. By the way, if anyone watching has Vintage Story and isn't aware, I am one responsible for the official events that are happening. And there is one going on right now. Today we are halfway through. There's another week left, and it's a creative building event. So if you like building in creative mode, get on there. Build something nice. People have been building amazing stuff. I'm absolutely blown away. I'm not very good at building, so it's always incredible to me to see what people can come up with. All right, here we go. Fortress. First we got to pass a couple weeks. I don't think you should need to pass a couple weeks before you do your first game in a new world. That's just like to have things happen since the last game you played, but that's fine. Larger world does make it a little bit slower, though. They should have made another small world. Alright. Don't need the tutorial. I've learned all I can from the tutorials. Can I zoom? No. We WASD around. We got, what, swamps? Subtle broadleaf forest. That's broadleaf forest. These are elves. These are humans. I actually missed the tile set here. These images are too tiny for me to properly see what's going on. The ASCII, I know if you're not used to ASCII, it can be difficult to sort of parse, but when you're used to it, it's much cleaner than these little pixel arts. These things are so tiny. Can't really see what's going on. All right, let's maybe... I kind of like starting a fortress in a forest. Have lots and lots of wood and usually have lots of plants, food. Alright, we got hot up here. Temperate in this area. And then down the bottom we're going to have frozen. I don't know that I want to do a challenge yet because it's been Goblin Pits. Okay, it's been a while since I properly played this game. Let's maybe go temperate. Got here clay, desert. Let's go maybe in the conifer forest. Actually, broadleaf forest would probably have more food trees, right? Maybe ish. See more details. Oh, okay. Let me zoom out. How do I see like the? Oh, here we go. Show elevation. Show cliffs. Oh God, that's bright. Oh my eyes. I wasn't prepared. A lot of trees to murder for the elves. Get piss off the elves. Elevation. Elevation is less important to me. I don't want it to be too steep. Okay, turn that off. Oh my God. Bark. Okay, here we. Oh wow, that's really laggy. Maybe oh, I want a river for sure. You always want to have a river for water and for shenanigans. Well, right there. Selected an area with a light aquifer. That's fine, but like, I want to look at the details of each. I guess I can't. Okay. All right, no, we are not going to play now. We are going to prepare carefully. Look at this. Enemies off normal hard, economy normal hard. Interesting. I wonder what exactly that changes. That's definitely new. Yeah, we're gonna let things attack us. I'm not gonna get into the numbers. Okay, prepare for the journey carefully. Now, this is also going to be completely new now. I usually like to take a look at the dwarfs and try to assign their jobs based on their needs and their preferences. None of them are going to have any skills. Oh, they get a little bit. The button of rhyming. Are you a rapper? Sero. Personality. Analytical, social, iffy memory, and poor spatial senses. So you're probably not going to be a miner. Why? How I close now? Skills. Oh, okay. Let's see if there's anybody who's an obvious miner, right? More empathy, proud. They all maybe will have some. Might take too long to really properly sort out who's best at what job. Be a lot of reading. You only have a little over an hour. Maybe likes to brawl. Resists sickness. Okay, high kinesthetic sense. Lustful. Ooh. Oh my. Good position. Yeah, oh man, Asi. You could be like a soldier. We maybe give them pronouns for everyone. Him. Give him a combat skill. Or maybe we'll just have you, to start off, we'll just have you be a miner. Interesting. They each get 10 skill points. It looks like it's separated the points for skills from the points for items. Have you be a skilled miner. And I don't know, maybe I'll just dump them all into mining now. Because they can mine. Oh, you can't. I dump 5. They can use their pick as a weapon, but you can't actually assign pick fighting as a combat skill. So maybe we'll make Dodger? Just like fighter. This is interesting. This is a very different sort of balance. All right, you're our first miner. Okay, what are you? Lenshi? Disdain's skill. I don't know how to respond to that. What do you mean disdain's skill? Good intellect and spatial sense. Bad intuition. Poor ability to manage or understand social... I'm gonna put you in the mines too. I've just made that decision. Got 2 miners now, and you could be a miner and... Secondary skill. Something where you'll be away from people, because you don't seem like a people person. Butcher, maybe? Do you have a problem with death? Always in love with somebody and easy develops positive feeling. Troubled by this because he holds romance in low regard. Man, you are a mess! It's vows, obligations, promises, and other binding elements. Curious. Trouble mastering fear. Ooh, okay, so not a soldier. You are an absolute mess there, friend. Easily moved to mercy. Tendency toward forming deep emotional bonds. Not grateful. Open-minded. Okay, that's something. Comfortable with people who are different. That's good. Enjoys company of others. I don't think you should, friend. Quick to anger. Hopeful about the future. Will be considered rude. Stubborn. Well, no kidding. Maybe I can make you like a doctor. Once we need a doctor. Like a gruff. Diagnostician. So you'll be our miner / doctor there, Slenshi. Alright, anybody else with an obvious... Oh, my spirit dwarf. Don't let people tell how it is. We should rename some of these dwarfs after you folks in the chat. If anyone sees one of these dwarfs and you want to claim it as your own, let me know and I'll give it a nickname. Named after you. So Ferg, if you want to be Slenshi, Slenshi can be Ferg instead. Poor social... Oh my goodness, weak. Poor empathy. Just a real wet blanket of a dwarf here. Great ability to focus, very good sense of position. Bad intuition, iffy memory, bad sense of empathy. Woof. Sure? Alright. Can we do that now? Can. Change to... Furcraft. Excuse me. It won't let me write. You hear me typing, right, folks? Maybe we'll see if we can do it later. Maybe it won't work in this menu. Remind me after, folks. Remind me after. Wait. The last one is Moniol Idimonust. Oh. Look at all these greens. Colorblind, then. These are all green. Most of them. Great intuition, great analytical abilities. Deficit of willpower. Little natural inclination towards music. Very invested in what other people think. Brave. Okay. Focused. Modest. Like you, Moniol. How about, Craft Dwarf, maybe? Make you our Craft Dwarf. And actually, to start off with, you're probably gonna have to be Stoneworker, Stone Carver. Well, I can enable these labors after. Probably gonna have to be the Mason and the Craft Dwarf to start off with. Gonna have a limited number of people here. Stoneworker. 4 left. Stone crafter. Wait, what's the difference between stone carver and stone cutter and stone crafter? Not sure what the difference is. Well, we definitely got these here. Not sure what the difference is, but Colonial is done. All right. So the rest is, I'm just gonna assign stuff. You're gonna be our wood crafter, and also wood cutter. Start off with, and carpenter. Actually, no, not wood crafter. Not gonna be a crafter. Wood. You're gonna be our wood boy. Wood boy? Wood girl? Wood boy. Okay. Woodworker. Wood boy. Assig. You're gonna be... Oh, wait. Mason. What is the difference between... Alright, hold up. 5 levels of Mason, because that's important. Make such a bad pun with the wood. I don't pun. On purpose. I'm not sure what the difference is between these 3. Anyway. You. We need someone to do plants and stuff. We can make a blacksmith and stuff later, because we're not going to be doing metal right off the bat. You're going to be our planter. Doesn't need too many levels. And our... Is that not considered crucial? Herbalist. Very important to have herbalist. Herbalist, planter, anything else to start with. Keeping in mind that we can activate any skill on anyone. They will learn it. This is just initial skill. Maybe I'll just go planter herbalist. Where's planter? Is it not considered a labor? Yeah, you're gonna be in charge of growing the food. You, friend, are gonna be in charge of cooking the food. Proficient brewer right off the bat for sure. Cook. Cook. Not considered crucial. As long as we have booze, that's the main thing. Cook. And then our last dwarf. Cutting is for cutting gems. Oh, stone cutting is for cutting gems. Stone carving for polishing and engraving walls. Polishing and engraving walls will be engraving. Yeah, butcher. I'm thinking butcher / hunter maybe, since we won't be butchering anything right off the bat unless we're hunting. Anything else that is we want to make absolutely... Yeah, because we have gem cutter and gem setter. Oh, stone cutter is going to be... Hold on. Is going to be like... I just want stone crafter. These are going to be for cutting stone like gems. Separate from cutting gems. I'm pretty sure that's a separate thing, because this game is very detailed. Okay. So yeah, I think we'll have hunter / butcher in one. By the time we actually start playing, where's Hunter? Oh, Hunter was going to be under combat, right? Probably? Or not. Maybe it won't. Actually, is hunting a separate skill? Or is it just, we'll make you, crossbowman. Job of making this for Steam what it was. Yeah, I mean, this definitely... I can see this being more user-friendly for someone who is not familiar with the game. It is, of course, quite different for someone who's coming from the original game. But I'll get used to it, I think. Alright, Butcher. And Tanner. I don't like the way they've divided up the skills. I'll say that much. Oh, here we go, Tanner. I'm gonna probably focus most of the actual skill on the combat. The sneaking. So that Onik here can always use the lazy new pack? Oh, I never did. I always did everything myself manually from scratch. Alright, skills are done. Items. Oh boy. This always takes ages. These are the same price, okay. What about cloth from... Sometimes silk cloth is actually cheaper. Or yarn cloth is always going to be cheaper, yeah. Oops. We'll go alpaca. Oh, that's so soft. Same thing with the thread. We're gonna go yarn. Oh, actually, I don't think you can use yarn for surgery. So we will actually take the hemp thread. But for ropes, yarn is fine. Alright. That's one thing I always do. Oh, we're just taking all the seeds, are we? We're taking every seed. Some of these don't have images. That's not good. How are we gonna find them? I have one warrior dwarf. Yeah, I don't plan on worrying too much about fighting from the start. I mean, I guess we'll take 5 of everything. But, wait. I don't have any dwarfish seeds. No, we don't. Wait, are we dwarfs? Humans? Apparently I took humans, folks. I didn't mean to do that. I guess we're making... I don't want to go through all that again with dwarfs. I must have not noticed. I did put in the all races are playable mod. I didn't think to check... you can't by default, Ferg, but I put a mod in that lets you choose all the different races. And I didn't think to check what race we were when we were embarking. So we're humans now. For this stream, we're humans. So we better live above ground then, because humans get upset if they have to live underground. Halberds as weapons. I think 1 halberd, but I want a crossbow. As our hunter is... Actually, it might be in a different category. It's kind of nice to have the images for everything. Here we go. Crossbow. Copper is fine. Our hunter. I'm hewing and taking all. One for the bodies and the other for Vol. Ammo, what's the cheapest? Copper, probably. Where are they? They're not showing up. Copper bolts. Plus. It's not letting me take them. What the heck? That's an issue. Steam version still has bugs, folks. Shockingly. It does still have bugs. Alright, we got 2 picks. Prickleberry wine. We definitely want to bring plenty of booze, although humans don't need booze the way dwarfs do. I'm accidentally doing a human fort here for my very first fort, like a fool. Oh, wow. Alright, so we'll just take 10 of a random smattering. Parsnip wine sounds delicious. Nothing sweeter than parsnips. Sewer brew, yeah. Barley wine. Strawberry wine, sounds lovely. Alright, that's good enough. You need the bow or crossbow. I already got a bow. Copper crossbow. Let me try again. Ammo. Copper bolts. No. Copper arrows. Bronze bolts. It won't let me take any ammo. Oh, nothing worked. Bismuth bronze bolt. Okay. It doesn't even work consistently. Way more expensive. Can I get copper that way by just spam clicking? Bronze, maybe? I guess bismuth bronze isn't that much more expensive. That'll have to do for now. Alright, let's just close everything that we're done with. That's enough drinks. Meat. I usually like to bring a variety of meat, but I've already spent so much time on this. I'll add a little bit more to make sure they have plenty of food. I don't like that I can't open these to look closer at them. I don't even know what animal most of these are. However, I am just going to give them a bunch of brains. Because I think it's funny. Them eat a bunch of brains. Alright, that's fine. It's enough meat for you. Fish, yeah, whatever. Actually, I don't even think I'm going to bother with fish. They can catch fish when they get there. Ratweed? How is that useful to start with? Parsnips. You're gonna eat nothing but parsnips, folks, and you're gonna like it. Do we have parsnip wine? Do we have parsnip seeds? Very important. I think we start with 5 of everything. Okay. Good. Hemp bags. No. Yarn bags. Soft yarn bags. Okay, we got thread. Why do we have 3 quivers? We don't need those. Just 1. 3 oaken buckeyats, fine. Splints, yeah, she has some splints and crutches for emergencies. We got our... that. Wheelbarrow, okay. We should probably bring some cups. Oh, I missed that, Capitus, for it wouldn't be DF without some bugs. This is true. We use some gold mugs. We could bring 1 gold mug. Let's just find a nice jet. One per human. I was gonna say per dwarf, but we don't have dwarfs apparently. Should bring some leather. Cheap leather. What's... I guess 5 is the cheapest. Sea otter. Congratulations, you're our leather of choice today. Crafts wood, metal bars, gems, no, nope, no. Animals, yeah, the points for animals are shared, so I want to make sure I leave some for them. These cheeses. I think we've got all the essentials covered. We do need some dogs and cats. 3 lady dog and 1 boy dog. Of course we're gonna plan engineer a little cat explosion. I do like to also bring some food animals. Usually some birds for eggs. Maybe a troublesome goose. Peacocks are always fun. Peahens, but I think they don't give you very many eggs. Am I remembering that correctly? Turkeys are the best for meat, I think, but we're not going to be playing long enough for that. Eagle? I feel like I wouldn't be able to keep eagles and kestrels. I'm sorry, bear? I can bring a bear? I'm tempted to sell off some stuff to bring a bear, but... put so much effort in. I feel like it would be a shame if everyone got killed off immediately. All right, we'll bring three geese, one gander. More rats from... Need to get playing. We've been preparing for too long. Pack is too expensive. Let's bring peacocks and peahens as well. Peafowl. Why not? Bunnies are useless, by the way, because they don't even drop meat when they die, so they're completely useless. I am tempted to bring a bear. Shall we sell something off and bring a bear? I definitely have a bunch of crap I don't need, right? Really? Well, I can sell... I need, what? 151 points. Okay. Just have 2 dogs. That helps quite a bit. 2 geese, 2 peahens, and then... we can just cut back on some of the more expensive beverages. There we go, 151. We're bringing a bear, everyone. War bears. So we'll bring... If I want to breed them, then I need a male and a female. I don't... Alright. I would have to get rid of a lot of stuff to afford 2 bears. I'm not saying I'm not gonna do it. Parsnip wine stays. They'll have plenty of food when we get there, right? There'll be food all over the place. Now I can actually see what some of these things are. Tick brains. Sparrow. Okay, we'll take the sparrow brains. That's too normal. Oh, wait. Okay. Well. 1 extra point. Bring an extra parsnip seed. You can always use more parsnips. We got female bear, male bear. We're bringing bears, folks. This is happening. Worst comes to worst, to lead the bear. Breeding them may be too expensive. We're doing it, Captain Dysphoria. We're doing it. We're breeding the bears. That's our entire plan. Breed the bears. We do need to name our fortress. Normally I would spend a lot of time coming up with a really clever name. Accidental human might as well have fun with. Yes, this is true. We weren't gonna be bear breeds. Here we go. Done. Group name. Let's just random until we... Councils of Style. Done it in 1. Okay. Group symbol. I'm gonna let that be random. Save profile in case something goes terribly wrong and the game crashes and we don't wanna cry. And I guess embark. Let's embark. We're doing it. We're really doing it. Oh, I accidentally went into a big stretch. Oh. Okay. Does anyone want to claim one of these dwarfs, have it be nicknamed after you? I know Ferg was going to be one of them. Humans, not dwarfs. I think I said dwarfs. I do have it set to make a backup as soon as we embark. Just in case. I have had this game crash on me several times just when I was poking at it for a few minutes, so. It's a good thing we embarked in a forest, because we're going to need to build, like, wooden houses to start with. Take your time here, game. Don't crash, please. Crash. Ericus. Please don't crash. Hey! Okay. Chapter of Dwarven History. Incorrect, but that's hard-coded. Here, at this place, Roricloge bear breeds. We got our bears. They have a personality. She has a lot of willpower, but she has very bad intuition, a poor memory, and next to no empathy. My bear has no empathy? She's very stubborn, she's unfriendly and disagreeable. She tends to be a little tight with resources when working on projects. She tends to ask others for help with difficult decisions. Good for her. Prefers that everyone live as harmoniously as possible. Slow to anger, tends to consider what others think of her. She has a tendency toward forming deep emotional bonds with others. She has an active imagination. She can sometimes act without deliberation. She doesn't often experience strong cravings or urges. She's troubled by this because she values powerful forces in life. You're a bear. You're a bear. You are a powerful force in life. She has a calm demeanor. Just out of curiosity. No thoughts? Skills? Legendary climber. I can assign it rooms? No. Alright, how about our stray male black bear? Great feel for social relationships, a great ability to focus, and a natural ability with music. Dancing bear! Dancing bear! Do you... Oh, you don't know any dances. We gotta teach this bear some dances. Alright, I'm not gonna read the whole thing because my voice is gonna disappear. I'm having a great time already. Okay. Bear is an angry murder machine. Good. I have an unnamed warrior human. Okay. We have our, we have our butcher slash hunter. How do I... Okay, here we go. So, would you like this to be you, Captain Dysphoria? Hopefully it will let me. There we go. Done. How do I close that? Oh, oops. I'm getting used to a new interface. Okay. Got a centralized name there. So, labor. You are going to hunt. So you're going to get right out there and start hunting. I hope we have enough bolts for you. That's it for now. Interesting. There's not very many troops there. Okay. It was... Slenshi was going to be Ferg, right? Works. Unless you've picked a different one there, Ferg. I'll make you this one. Right, so you're gonna be a miner and eventually a doctor. Fine? Alright, cool. Okay, that closed that first. Anyone else wants one? You speak up in the chat, and if I don't notice it, just keep saying it until I do. Alright, what do we got here? We got Eyewood trees, bayberry, oak, apple trees, different colors. Okay, so, nope. I'm gonna take down this big ol' highwood tree. That's... What tree is that? Is it this one? No. Oh, it's this one. Okay, it's a different color up high. Oh no, that's oak. I'm confused. I'm not sure where the rest of this tree is. Oak. Can I? Here we go. Paint. I would... Oak. I'm gonna keep anything that produces food for now. What? I would... oh, no, not... Oh no! Very persimmon. Alright, that's certainly enough to be getting on with. And... we will start mining. Made too many miners, didn't I? And we'll just like put stockpiles and stuff under there to start with. And plant gathering orders. Whatever you can find in... No work. Plant gathering. It's not working. Oh, I see. I have to set that there. This is gonna take some getting used to. There we go. Okay. Close. Right-click to close. Yes. Right-click. Work. Works. We got saplings for new trees already growing. Grunk, you want to be a bear? Would you like to be the male bear or the female bear? We can name the bear. We can name the bear. You the dancing bear? Either way, you're the dancing bear, Crunk. Crunk spline. I know you say it's spleen, but it's spelled spline, so I gotta... No! Oh. Ah! I think I may have to change its profession. Its profession being Crunk spline. There we go, straight Crunk spleen. There we go. Spectacular. Okay, gather up some materials there, friends. We got some work to do. So much work to do. That. A worm! And a tick, oh no. And a slug! Turned out better than expected. Oh, and we got these things already dug out. So, let's... D is not mine. We'll just make some underground stockpiles. There's no reason not to make it look pretty, right? Okay. Is it actually raining? What's the weather? How do I check? Is raining. That. What's our miner doing? We have 2 miners. What are they doing? Excuse me. Gather plants. No. Labor. Mining only. How do I set specific skills? No, I'm not. That's not what I wanted to do. Uh-huh. You. Berg. Skills. Labor. Why are you gathering plants? How do I fix? You are already being difficult. I don't see any way to assign specific labors to the dwarfs. Oh, here we go. Open the labor. Whoa. We got a tutorial. Work details are one way you can control which workers do which tasks. The only way to assign certain tasks, like mining, woodcutting, hunting, and fishing. Generally, almost every task will be available for every citizen, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Tasks are restricted by setting their work detail to only selected do this. Task does not have a default work detail. You can create a custom work detail. Okay. Okay. Got it. So, you. Plant gatherers. Plant gatherers. Only selected do this. The farmer is going to do this only. Only you. I'm going to have to do this for everything now. Hunter. Captain Dysphoria is our hunter. Only selected do this. Planter. Only selected. Farmer only. Other people got stuff to do. Please. Nobody's fishing. Yes. Wait. Yes. Look at this. Everyone's becoming farmers. This is a disaster. Stone cutters. Only selected cutting stone, please. You, Mason. Graver, only selected. I don't like this, everyone does this by default thing. Hauling is the only one that everyone should be allowed to do. Orderlies. What is this now? Is this just like taking care of people who need food? Yeah, everyone can do that. For now. Alright. Back to work. This is ridiculous. Well, they hadn't even done any digging. There we go. Got our two little miners. This is the most delicious drink that I've had on these streams. Spectacular. Oh, and we must have trees down by now. Yes, we do. Okay. Should probably... Donkey, what do you think about? What are you thinking about? Annoyed when caught in the rain. They got little Sims style little bubbles coming out of them. Okay. We need to build... Immediately. Build. Instructions. We're gonna need some walls and some roofs. Just like as soon as possible. Oak. I would... Okay. I don't care what material they're using for now. Actually, set it to, closest material, right? We're gonna make like a little barracks to start off with. Just so that they can get out of the rain. All. It is for real gonna take some getting used to. It's a new interface. That. Oh, okay. I need to let them work a little bit more. Give me some more wood. Eventually we'll use stone and we'll make nice sturdy stone buildings. Don't forget to make your death pile. This is a good point. Refuse. Corpses and refuse. All. Death. Death and trash. Oops. We were still paused. So that was my bad. Okay. Instructions. Wall. I think I'm gonna need to build a ramp up to the top to put a roof on there, right? Presumably I am. It says cancels construct building, could not find path. Moniol. Where are you, buddy? Oh, you're right there. So what's your problem? Also. Alright, we're almost ready for our big old stockpile here. I'll make some custom ones here. So we'll allow most things. Armor. We don't have much of these anyway. I'm gonna put finished goods elsewhere, and I'm gonna put food elsewhere. And furniture elsewhere. We can keep better track. Not stone. Go there, not wood. Okay. This is our sort of catch-all stockpile. Then we will have this one. I want finished goods, furniture. Probably wind up with a whole bunch of that. Okay. Finished. And then, oops, no, no, yep, yep. This is not gonna be enough space for foods. Drinks. We'll put two of these. And that's including drinks, yes. Food 1. And wish it would save the settings from before. Used to do that. Food 2. Alright. Should be enough for now. I hope. And maybe just for a temporary... Just for temporary. Here's my pit of many things. Put like some workshops underground for now. We'll eventually move them above ground, right? Zoom construction. Knew it. I knew you'd been suspended. Whoa. That looks weird. Okay, we're gonna do our standard floor. We have like a roof floor here. Don't have enough building materials. We gotta cut down some more dang trees. Bayberry, persimmon, oak. You can go. Oak. Persimmon, berry, oak. Actually, I should cut down the trees that are right here by this, shouldn't I? Definitely keep the apple trees. Oak, down. Oak. Done. Carry on. Humans. Accidental humans. And watch the trees go down from up here. They ever get around to it? Anyone, store item and stockpile. Hang it. Weather has cleared. I want to watch trees get cut down. I'm a simple man of simple needs, and they are not being met. Got walls, at least. And all the stuff downstairs, I mean, that's good. Actually, miners should not be haulers. Wait, what do you mean no job? Where are you? Okay, store item and stockpile. No. No. Where was that? Labor menu. Don't show again, I figured it out already. Haulers. Only selected. So... miners? No more hauling. I've had it with you wasting time hauling stuff around. Okay. Let's build... Sometimes it really just doesn't register when you click. Carpentry shop there. Actually, let's pause. Let's just build our initial workshops downstairs. We can eventually work on having them upstairs. Definitely gonna want crafts. Stoneworker. Yes. Farming. Oh, okay, this is a category. Oh, look at that. Okay. Here we go. So we definitely need a still. Put that up here. And... kitchen. I think that'll be fine for now. Vermin catcher's shop? Feel like that's a new one, or maybe a renamed one. All right, these are all going to use whatever material is closest. We need to set up some farms as well as soon as possible. At workshop. Got some rat remains upstairs for everyone to see. Hamster remains. Goodness. We're gonna want to build like a fence for our actually let's high wood tree here. I think they probably drop a lot of logs. And let's see if we can. Come on. Hey. Need them over the doorways as well, though. There. And there. No access. Oh, of course not. Of course not. To build a way over to that first. It'd be ridiculous. This is gonna be a real patchwork of different colors here. That's okay. I'll let my little humans be artists. Oh, and I can build that floor. Oh. Oh man, the number of times it makes me click is too many. You know why? Because it's more than one. Shouldn't be more than one. I don't know why it's so slow. Alright. We got a roof here. Carpenter, you're gonna be making us some beds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then stoneworker. Make us some doors. You have to do that every time. And some tables. Chairs. Now, I think that the humans would probably prefer... Oh, it would be thrown, won't it? They would probably prefer wood. Oh, actually, we only have wood. We don't have stone yet. Clay. Dig down a little ways further. See if we can get some rock. Because that's going to be an important thing to have. What's the problem? Cancels make rock. Yeah, I know. Damp stone located. Oh, that's right. Okay. Pause. Pause while I shift in my chair. I can't sit still for more than 30 seconds. Okay, so we're gonna have to dig... Dig this out. And then immediately... Dig these out and build walls in them before they can fill in with water. Probably gonna cancel all those, actually. Yep. I think it's only a light aquifer, right? Actually, let's not... Let's, make sure we can, fill these in. How do I see the water levels? The setting. No numeric liquid levels, yes. Okay, so there must not be any liquid there yet. Front again. So we need to very quickly throw up some walls. Because this is a light aquifer, we should be able to do this quickly enough. Because it's, back in my day, we only had aquifers that would drown you instantly. Yes. They were a real pain. I'm glad that... Those still exist, but there's a heavy aquifers. So now you can embark somewhere with a light aquifer without immediately dying. Appreciate that. Right. This is now, like... How do I make... Prioritize. Could be possible. Prioritize. I do not see a way to do this. Is it when you're building? Oh. Alright, well hurry up. Okay, someone's coming to build this. As soon as they're ready, you gotta place them. I need those miners to get down here as well. What are they doing? All right, those two are blocked. I'll mine out these two as well. These two. That. We got this. Gotta do the corners first, otherwise you won't be able to reach them. Unless they've changed that so they can work diagonally. That would be nice, actually. I'm gonna assume that they haven't. Actually, is water even coming in? Or is this just damp because the level below is... I don't see any water yet. I'm gonna feel very foolish if this level doesn't have an aquifer. I don't see any water at all. Oh wait, no, it's just damp. Okay, maybe it's really slow then. Alright. There's. Down to the next level, please. This level damp. No. Okay, so it was just one level. Quietly awaits the deaths after that being said. That was, Alright, well, we have stone. Just... Get stone, please. Do it. Quick. Get us rocks. We need rocks. Oh, wait. Now it's damp over here. Alright, I guess we have to assume... There's an aquifer here as well. There, okay. We'll keep going until there's no more water. Quartz, ooh. Okay. This is fine. It's fine that this is what we're spending stream on. I am getting into it though. The new interface is challenging for me to get used to, for sure. But I think I will get used to it. And it's been so long since I really played Dwarf Fortress. It's quite nice to be doing it all again. So let's mine down to the next level. Doesn't seem like they're having any trouble blocking these up, so... Come on. Oh. Okay. How about this level? Whoops. Oh, One Direction. Do we have another aquifer, or have we finally got past it? Oh, it's looking good, folks. It is looking good. We got rocks. Rocks aplenty. What kind of rock we got? Siltstone. Everyone's favorite rock. Nothing lovelier than siltstone. Struck bauxite. Spectacular. Don't think we really need bauxite right now, but we got it. Oh, they're taking all the gems up, aren't they? And I've got a whole bunch of lazy useless dwarfs doing nothing. Whoops. Add new task. Oh, I need food storage item. Let's make wooden barrels. Usually I go with rock pots, but whoops. We're human now. We gotta make wood stuff. Also, we don't have that much rock yet. We do have some though. So let's just make 2 doors to start with for upstairs, and a table, and a throne for now. Those barrels are real important. This craftsman's workshop. Yeah, let's make... Well, let's leave that for now. Oh wow, that was... D is not mine. I'm just gonna mine out a big ol' area just to get a bunch of rocks. Oh, but I also... Whoops, I don't want... Whoops. I don't want, gems in stockpiles. Gems don't need to be in a stockpile. They're just pretty rocks. They can stay on the ground. It's fine. Obviously, we will wind up... we've got our beds as well. And we need to put floors down. There's much that needs doing. Somebody build some floors, please. No one's died yet. Only 10 minutes left in the stream. We really didn't get very far, did we? I'll have to see, whether we want to keep streaming Dwarf Fortress. I did stream Dwarf Fortress regularly for a while. And I wound up kind of, I'm not good at focusing on the details of the game while also paying attention to the chat. 2 hours are not much for DF, that is true. These days, most of the people who watch me stream want to watch me stream Vintage Story. That's where all the new viewers are coming from because of that video. And now because of the events that I'm running. While we're winding down in the last 10 minutes or so of the stream, announcements for next week. Next Sunday is the end of the current Vintage Story event, the building event. The event ends 1 hour before my normal stream time. I will have some responsibilities. Are you hunting, buddy? Not. I don't have time to figure it out right now. I think I will be able to stream after. I was considering, so a week from this coming Wednesday, so a week and a half from now, is the solstice, the winter solstice, which is my main winter holiday. I don't celebrate Christmas. And one of the things that I want to do is do a charity stream. And I was thinking of doing it on the solstice on the Wednesday, but then as I thought about it, I realized Wednesday is not a holiday for most people. It is work day for most people, and a lot of folks, especially folks who are in North America and that side of the world, will probably not be available to watch a stream on what is a Wednesday evening for me. So I think what I might do is I'll do a charity stream next Sunday during my normal, usual stream time. Right, we don't designate from here, right? We designate dormitory. I'll read you later. Yes. Accept. Yay, they have a place to sleep. So yeah, I will probably do a charity stream next weekend on Sunday. It will probably be longer than my usual streams. I'll try to go for 4 hours instead of just 2. I'm undecided on what I'm gonna play. I will probably play Vintage Story and do some kind of challenge, mostly because I can get more viewers if I play Vintage Story, and if it's a charity stream, it's good to have as many people as possible. But I'll make an announcement about that soon on the Discord. And yeah, hopefully that'll work out. I do want to like announce that early, because I feel like usually I have a big problem with not announcing stuff like that early enough. And then, you know, nobody comes because they don't know until it's too late and they can't plan to be there or whatever. Make like a dining hall. Don't have much time now. Alright, you know what? We have so many trees. Even though I don't like cutting down the food trees. We need some space. So sorry. So sorry. Also, way more plants. I think we can smooth... Gratitude. What's going on? Awkward DJ is following. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Smooth. Can we smooth boulders? Is that what we do with boulders now? I think so. Let's get that out of the way. So yeah, that's the plan. Next Sunday probably will be a charity stream. I will work out the details tomorrow. I'm gonna commit to that. Tomorrow we'll have the details worked out, and I'll make a proper announcement so that people will know. And same as too big. Yeah, so if you are available, and also once I make an announcement, if you could signal boost it, I really don't have a big audience, so every little bit of help appreciated. It's for charity. I have not chosen a charity yet. That's also something I need to determine tomorrow. No excuses. I have all the information. And he could spread the word. Hope. Do something nice. Raise some money for something. Some good cause. Oh man. I would prefer if the game would register my clicks the first time. I hope I'm not being greedy. Or I'll make another table. Another throne. Hey, we can brew drink from plant. Wait. We will brew drink from plant for infinity. Until we run out of barrels, which probably will not take very long. More barrels. Well, there we go. 5 minutes left. I'm thinking for the charity stream, I might set a... I might set it up so that a night is 4 hours, and make the challenge be survive the night with some kind of challenge stuff going on. I don't know. I'll work out the details. Oh, no more food storage items. Okay. Oh, and we need to make farm as well. That was under workshops, right? Yes, farm plot. We have so many different seeds, is the problem now. It'll be on grass, I'm pretty sure. I know that there's this many steps to doing this with the mouse and keyboard in the traditional controls. However, doing it on a keyboard is way faster because you can just hit the same keys over and over again, rather than having to like search through a menu, your mouse. And also, not registering my clicks a lot of the time. Gotta do it several times. That's my least favorite part of the Steam version, folks. Make that official. Oh, and we need a butchery and a tanner. Where's over here? To be done. Still. By the night, our bear-infested server. Oh, I actually, that reminds me. Still under construction. I'm going to... I'd be able to do that tomorrow as well. I'm going to make some tweaks for the patron server, the Vintage Story server. I am going to reduce the spawning rates of bears, because I just think it's too high right now. And... I asked Tyrone... Yeah, here we go. Parsnips. Snip. Parsnip. I asked him about the knockback. Parsnip in the winter. Asparagus then. Asparagus it is. Oh, it's gonna take a while to set all these up. Alright, actually, we're pretty much done now. So, we're gonna save and return to title menu. I'll keep this fortress. If we decide to do another Dwarf Fortress stream sometime soon, we can continue. Or maybe I'll play it a little bit further and we can check in with our people later. We'll see. On a mining trip today, ran away from 2 bears to 2 packs of wolves. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I'm gonna reduce the frequency of bear spawning, and I'm gonna reduce the knockback that enemies do. I am very much not a fan of the knockback. It's ridiculous that if, you know, if a rooster pecks at you, you go flying across the world. It's ridiculous. Especially since when you hit enemies, they don't go flying. Just everything else in the world sends you flying, but you don't send anything else flying. I'm pretty sure that was implemented as a measure to stop cheesing of the temporal storms, but we don't have temporal storms on our server. So, cheese away. And yeah, it's jarring. It gives me sort of sensory overstimulation. I just don't like it. So I'll probably leave a little bit of knockback, but Tyrone explained to me what I have to modify in order to reduce that, and I'm going to do that. So if I don't have that done within the next couple of days, please remind me on the Discord, because the moment I stop this stream, everything I've just said is going to fall directly out of my brain. I'm going to forget about it again. All right, that's it. That's the end of the stream. Thank you so much for watching the stream. Again, next weekend, next Sunday, should be a charity stream. It should be longer, be some kind of challenge. And when I get the announcement out, if you could spread the word, greatly appreciated. That's it. I'm done talking now. I'm gonna go play with my cat. Bye.